What's going on? What's going on? Those who are on our Facebook, those who are on Zoom, what's up, Sue, buddy? Those of us who are on Facebook, what's going on? I hope everyone's doing well. The reason why I'm going live right now, okay, the only reason I'm going live right now is because people are asking questions. People are wondering what's going on in the markets, in the space, and that sort of thing. And people are asking questions. I just want to go over some information. You know, you might find it beneficial. You might find it, you know, useful, right? And the only reason why I'm going over this too is because it's positively affected me. I'm feeling, you know, the benefits. I'm feeling abundance. I'm feeling positive. You know, I like what I'm seeing and that sort of thing. And so, you know, this is critical information that could also positively impact you if you learn the ins and outs of what there is available to you. There's lots of opportunity right now. You know, in the last Great Depression, for example, more millionaires came out of that time than any other time. And so right now is one of the greatest transfers of wealth, from, you know, having a lot of money to not having money at all. And that's just the reality of things. And so I'm just going to be talking a little bit about that. So stay tuned, guys. I guess it'll be on my homepage too when it's done. And we're going to get started in just 2 minutes, in just a couple minutes here. Just like this. Let's get down to business. Back and forth with the bullshit. You know I said it before, I don't mean it. It's been a while since I had your attention. So it might hurt to hit it. Dreams we had don't ever fall away. We can't leave them if we stay the same. You almost every single time. So what I want to share with you is that we have to make sure our thoughts are in alignment with what we want. If you think about being broke, if you think about your bills, if you think about how much you hate your job, what happens is you attract more negativity. Okay? How many of you understand this so far? Okay? Okay? This is called the law of attraction. It's not religion. It is science. Okay? If I drop this right here on the table, where does it go? Right? Down. If I do it again, where does it go? Down. Okay? That is called the law of gravity. The same way this works is the same way what I'm talking to you about works every time. So number one, my question to you is, what do you think about? You have to write down your goals like this. I'm so happy and grateful. Now that I am. You see, you can't focus on where you are right now. You can't focus on the little money you have right now. You have to focus on all of the money that you're going to attract into your life. So number one, our thoughts. We have to make sure we're thinking exactly what we want all the time. When I was 21 years old, I had no money. I was broke. But I thought, I'm so happy and grateful. Now that I am a millionaire by 25 years old. And I wrote it down. And I spoke it over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. Our words give life.
our words create. You can look at every good book. They all talk about one thing. We create. We are creators. So that Ferrari you want, it's somewhere in Rio de Janeiro right now. That house you want is somewhere in Bora Bora.
All right. What's going on, everyone? I hope everyone's doing fantastic. I meant to keep sharing my screen, but anyways, boom. Here we go. So, like I said at the beginning of this video, am I an absolute expert at everything? No, I'm definitely not an absolute expert at everything. However, I just happen to know a lot of information, a lot of stuff that I've learned over the past year that I've been able to take advantage of, and it's helped me. It's helped a number, thousands and thousands of people worldwide financially, and learning different things that can help set yourself up for the following years to come and that sort of thing. And so, there might be lots of opportunity going forward for sure. There's always opportunity going forward. And it's helped me. It's helped me in this past year. So this might help you as well. You might find that the information beneficial as well. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. I've been talking about Bitcoin and the online space and kind of cryptocurrency a lot. And just want to talk a little bit actually first, before I get into the markets themselves, just a little bit about where I started actually learning, this information. How did I even know, what to buy or where to put my money, you could say, and that sort of thing. Well, it has a lot to do with this platform, this site right here. And there's different academies that help teach you exactly how to compound your money, exactly how to make your money work for you. Also, e-commerce. Okay, there's an e-commerce platform part of this academy as well, and just different academies that teach you exactly how to compound your money. There's a question, right? When's the last time, if you think about all the money that comes in and out of your accounts, have you been able to make any money on that money, right? That's the question you should ask yourself. This is my mom's name, by the way. I made a whole account for her, but right, when's the last time you saw your money and you put it somewhere and it made you more money? That's really what the wealthiest people of the world do. And when I started learning more about that, I realized, wow, I gotta change the game here going forward. There's a saying, right? If you weren't living paycheck to paycheck prior to, let's say, 2020, you certainly will be after, and things are definitely changing up right now. So I just want to present some information. You might find it beneficial. It might be for you. It may not be, but at least you get to know more about it, right? So there's different academies that help teach you exactly different skill sets that you can take advantage of online to help you learn different skill sets. And these skill sets are going to help, earn. And you can earn and learn at the same time. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message about it and that sort of thing. But these academies teach you different skill sets, like I said, that you can start earning from right away. All you got to do is learn a little bit of information in different academies, such as regular trading, you could say, in the markets. But in terms of cryptocurrency and where I've learned how to trade crypto or where to put my money in cryptocurrency, it's from one of our packages called the DCX package. The DCX package is for digital currency exchange. Okay, so learning about Bitcoin, learning about Ripple, different cryptocurrencies, and how to trade them to make money, to make more money. Okay. So you're going to go through the academy. It's going to teach you everything you need to know, from the basics to the advanced of exactly how to trade. We have different educators who teach as well, guys. Okay, so a lot of this information I'm getting, we have different educators that are teaching this same exact information. Okay, Jason Brown, Crypto Picasso's here. Nick Gomez. Okay, these are some of our different mentors that have taught us certain key information that's now changing and improving the lives of other people literally worldwide. Okay, So that's where I started learning about this and kind of what to do. And so without further ado, check this out, guys. This is the Bitcoin chart. Okay, a lot of people are wondering about the online space, cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin. I'm just going to remove my drawings right quick and mark this up a little bit. I want to go back in time a little bit to when people didn't really know what Bitcoin was, which was back in the day. You know, Bitcoin was around somewhere between, you know, $10 and $200, and nobody thought it was going to do a whole lot at all, right? This was back in what, 2013. It came down a little bit. People sold off their Bitcoin thinking it wasn't going to be a big deal, right? And then all of a sudden, you see this huge price jump from $100 to $1,000 in less than a year. Less than a year, guys. Actually, literally 4 months. 4 months. Wow, that's what happened this year too. Wow. Okay. Well, a little bit less, but it's on its way. It's on its way, right? $100 to $1,000. That's nuts. That's literally 10 times of your money. So that means if I bought Bitcoin, right, in 2013 in September at $100, and then boom, 4 months later, Bitcoin goes to 1,000, you know, I would have 10 times my money, right? I would have 10x'd my money, my funds. So that's incredible. Then you get this sell-off, and then this is what's called a huge market cycle, okay? A tremendous market cycle. And this is normal. This takes place in stocks. It takes place in a lot of different cryptocurrencies for sure, all right? So just get this kind of picture in your head right quick. And I showed this on the last live. I showed this in the last Zoom as well. But I do want to bring it up again. Markets, so whoops, market cycles. Okay, so here we go, market cycles. I'm just gonna look at this for literally a minute, because I know I went over this last time as well. But guys, check this out. You know, this is the Wall Street cheat sheet, okay? This is the cycle of a market, okay? This is the market cycle. You're gonna go through different phases when putting your money somewhere. If it's in stocks and crypto, etc., you're gonna go through what's called disbelief, hope. And that's where like all this kind of started. Optimism, belief, thrill, and then euphoria. You feel like a genius. You feel like you made all the right moves. You feel absolutely invincible because you made all the right decisions. You made all the right decisions of where to put your money or how much to put there or whatever. And you just feel absolutely incredible because of how well the particular stock or whatever it is doing. And then boom, eventually at some point, maybe it's like 10 years later, right? It seems to be every 10 to 12, 13 years, we're seeing like a big correction in the market. And then boom, people are starting to sell off maybe a little bit. And then you get this giant pullback to a specific level called complacency. All right. And then people are wondering, some people are thinking that we're going to continue. Some people are thinking that we're going to just sell off and it's going to go down. And then you go through anxiety, denial, panic, and all this, anger, depression, right? The Great Depression, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then boom, she starts to head up a little bit, and then it becomes disbelief. Because once upon a time, it didn't, you know, it was at such a high level, and then it just fell down. And so in terms of Bitcoin, right, in terms of Bitcoin, the online space, cryptocurrency, people have been in disbelief thinking that it wasn't really going to go anywhere. People have been in disbelief thinking that, you know, we'll never see 20 grand again. We'll never see $20,000 USD per Bitcoin again. Well, we're way past that now. So if you're seeing this kind of for the first time again, or what have you, you know, we're way past that now. You know, right now may not be the best time to buy. It may not be, but I'm going to show you what I think going forward here. But so actually this right now, this little piece is pretty key. This right here, looking at this, okay? This is pretty key. Looking at this area, all right? The reason why these are key, going from 2016 to 2017, is because we could be seeing this right now in the market at 35 to 40 grand. This is what we could be seeing right now in the market from 35 to 40 grand, okay? 30 to 40 grandish, you could say. That's unreal. And then it made a giant move up. Where'd it go? It went to 2 grand, 3 grand, okay? Crazy. Past 10,000 all the way up to $20,000. All right. The reason why that's so huge, the reason why that's so magnificent is because that's a big jump. You don't see this kind of return anywhere else. You don't see this kind of, a jump in the markets or any other asset performing like this, right? And then it sells off. So you go through the stages. Complacency, right? It's all here. It's all here. You go through euphoria. You got complacency. You've got everything else, anxiety, panic, blah, blah, blah. And then in here, boom, we move into disbelief again. Oh yeah, suckers rally. Well, it kind of was. It kind of was a suckers rally. It came up and then it dipped back down to a key level of support. Boom, around 4 or 5 grand, whatever it was. And then boom, we've shot right up now to $36,000. So actually 40, like 40-ish $1,000, right? So is right now the time to purchase, to actually buy Bitcoin? Maybe, maybe not. And it depends on a couple different things. Can you wait to see if Bitcoin is going to come back down to 20 to 25,000? If it does, that might be a good place to buy. If you can't wait and you just want to get in because you're willing to hold your money for a longer period of time, then that might be something that you want to look at. Okay, so for example, I'm just going to check out, I guess I'm still here live on Facebook, so that's cool. Right, so it just depends on how long you might want to hold Bitcoin for, okay? And yes, it can be an asset. Yes, it's kind of like a stock, but it's really a technology, okay? Bitcoin, it's a currency. It's more like a technology, okay? To invest into, if you think about it like that. Very, very useful. And the reason why it's gaining so much hype, the reason why it's gaining so much traction is because they're basically, the world is losing faith in certain things. The world is losing faith in the world itself, in politics, and how things are running, and that sort of thing. We're not going to get into too much detail about that because it is what it is, and you can decide for yourself what the heck is happening in the world. That's not really what I'm here for. I'm just here to talk about opportunity. Whether you want to take it or not is up to you. Means nothing to me, except if I can make a positive impact in someone else's life, then great. That's what I'm here to do. So anyways, where can we really see this going? See, the thing about Bitcoin right now is that we don't know if it's going to stick in this area and then just continue up, right? We don't know if Bitcoin's going to stay in this area and just continue up, or if we're going to see some sort of a sell-off and retracement back down to a certain level. And it depends. It depends on how we kind of look at this. There's definitely different structures at play here to look at in terms of Bitcoin. And don't worry, guys, those of you who are still listening right now, those of you who are tuning in, I'm going to be on for maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. I'm not sure however long this takes. I want to get into Ripple. I want to get into Stellar. I want to get into a number of different things to look into over the next few months, years, whatever. But in terms of Bitcoin, there's a couple different things at play here. You can look at different trends. You can look at the different trends. You can look at the big overall picture of things. And it just depends on how you analyze. Okay. That's where I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this right there. Okay, so number of different things. There was this triangular formation, and then we got a breakout, and then it just skyrocketed up. So this is what you would call a parabola. Okay, a parabola. It's just skyrocketing right up, and it can only do that for so long. Could it go further? Sure. This thing could really go to 50K, 100K sometime. But we don't know if it's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know if it's going to happen a year from now. We just don't know. So there's a couple of things you got to look at. what I'm going to do is take a Fibonacci scale, it's called, the Fibonacci tool. I'm going to take it from a low over here to the high up here. And we could see a number of different things. A number of different things are going to happen. We could see a possible retracement to the 50% line. Maybe this kind of area. We could also see it come to the 61.8% line right here. And then somewhere in here, bounce off and head to the upward direction. Maybe that could happen. We don't know. And so this would be maybe a particular area that we want to kind of look at. This is the kind of area that we kind of maybe want to identify. Okay, as a particular high. You know, this was definitely a key area in the market. Almost $20,000 USD. We've got a little bit of a play there to look at as well, which lines up with this 61.8%. So that's why I'd be looking at this area. You know, 20 grand. If you see 20 grand, if you see Bitcoin at 20 grand again, that might be a great place to buy. Maybe. Okay. Also, I would be very, very interested in this key area down here. I don't think, you know, there's lots of speculation as to what could happen over the next few months, year, whatever. But I'd be very, very interested in this area as well. Somewhere between five and 7 grand. Okay, 5 and 7,000 USD. To be buying more Bitcoin. You know, if it goes down in there, that's the time to probably, you know, don't quote me on this, but this could be the time to like put your house on it and then sit on it. Not financial advice. Always do your own research, manage your own risk, all that good stuff. But I know for me, I'm just happy and grateful. I bought in some a little bit, you know, below 10,000. And man, looking at 10,000, like I know looking at 10, like $5,000 to $10,000, it was like a big thing. It was like, oh my gosh, you know, what's going to happen? You know, are we going to see 20 grand again? You know, how far can this really go? Right. And now it just seems so little and small. Okay. We're seeing the levels of 35 to 40 grand being tested in and out. So this could play out. Okay. A number of these things could play out. That'd be something to look for. Or, okay, the other thing to look at would be this. Okay, this is why it's like, you know, you want to kind of dollar cost average. Okay, you're not going to want to put, you know, all of your money into one price, into one area, unless you're a banker and you work for the people and or whatever you do, I don't know, and you know exactly what's going to happen behind the scenes. Maybe you want to go all in here because there's speculation of Bitcoin just continuing to take off from here to 50K, to 100K, to whatever happens after, right? But we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, but lots could. Lots could. Okay, that's something I would look at, or this possibility back down to the downside. Something like that, okay? Something like that. That's what I would be kind of looking for. I'm going to put this a little bit over here. You know, we don't know what's going to happen, obviously. But these are the possibilities, okay? As a trader, as an investor, you don't want to, you know, go based off of just what you think is going to happen. You want to go based off of what is happening. And in terms of your investment, what you're going to want to probably do is dollar cost average. Dollar cost average, okay? Now I'm going to explain this super quick. Wait. Oh, this happened last time too, guys. I don't know why I can't type on here. Actually, are you on here, bro? Are you on the call? You're on the, can you help me out right quick? Why can I not type on here? I don't understand right now. but having problems with my TradingView or internet. I'm not sure. It should be giving me a space to type. But anyways, basically I'll just say it. All right. So let's say you have a total of $1,000. Now, 100, 1,000, 500, $20,000, doesn't matter. Whatever you got, right? Everybody's different. It doesn't matter. You know, if you put $100 down in here, and then boom, she takes off, right? You've just now like 4 or 5 times your money. That's huge. This happened in 4 months, guys. If you're still listening in right now, this kind of a move happened in 4 months. When, like, there's actually a saying right now, you know, baby boomers and millennials, that you could say, you know, you've always been looking at percentages. You've been looking at percentages of return. You know, the next generation, you know, anybody younger than me now is looking at opportunity to a lot more than that, like quadruple our funds, quadruple our assets. But it's just access to the right information. It's just having access to the right information. Well, let's say you have $1,000, right? If you got $1,000 to spend, to invest, you're like, I got my bills covered. I've got, you know, I can take care of this. I've got this emergency fund just in case things go sideways. Whatever, you got this extra $1,000 sitting around and you're wondering what to do with it. Well, there's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, there's Litecoin. There's so many different assets that you can actually buy. But for the sake of this argument in what to do and how much to put where, if you had $1,000, let's say, what you might want to do is dollar cost average. So that might look like putting $200 in right now. You're going to put $200 in right now, okay? Or 5. Let's say you had $1,000, $200 or $300, okay? Let's say you put $200 or $300 in right now at $35,000 USD. I'm going to make a horizontal line. I'm going to change the colors of these things to I'm already using red. I'm trying to look for a different color to use. Green. Whoa, super vibrant. A darker green. There we go. Dark green. I'm going to use this dark green, okay? Maybe you're going to want to put $200 in right here at 35 grand. If, let's say, this retracement ends up happening, you might want to then put in the rest of your money at this level, at 20 grand. Okay, you want to put $200 or $300 in here. If this retracement ends up happening, then yes, you're going to lose a little bit of your investment here at this price, but you're going to put the rest of your funds in at this price, so that when this eventually starts to turn back around and goes back up to 50K, $100,000, then you're making money from this investment, and then you're continuing to make money from the investment that you made up here, right? It's not going to go away. Your money does not go away unless you sell off, okay? Your money doesn't go away unless you sell off or gets delisted, I guess, but always do your research. But you're going to dollar cost average. So maybe you put in, like if you got $1,000, maybe you put in 300 in now. Maybe you put 300 in at 20,000, and then you want to leave some room. You want to leave some room. Maybe you got an extra $300 left, $400 left to put at lower prices, like 10,000 again, like 5,000 again, just in case it actually does end up crashing that far. Could it happen? Sure it could. It would take a lot for that to happen, though. Banks, institutions, they would have to actually sell off all of their Bitcoin that they've purchased and that sort of thing. So will it happen? Probably not. Probably not happen. But could it? Yes, it could. So that's what dollar cost averaging would look like, okay? So that's Bitcoin, guys. You know, this is definitely projected to go to 50 to 100K by the end of the year, by end of 2021. You know, maybe even sooner. We don't know. I mean, this from 10K to 40K, right? That happened in 4 months. A lot could happen over the next 4 months to even a year, right? So be on the lookout. The next thing I'm going to look at is Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum I mean, if you've been watching this whole time, you've already, oh man, I haven't been recording this. I meant to record, oh well. If you've been watching this whole time, right, you would see right away the whole market cycle that took place right here. This was the whole market cycle that took place right here, right? And the same kind of things happened back here. Market cycle came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, boom. And then boom, comes down, comes up, and then you go into this, and then you got anxiety and panic and all this stuff. And then you've got maybe right here, you're going through a phase of disbelief, right? Maybe right here, you're going through a phase of disbelief, or and then it crashes, or right here, a phase of disbelief. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, 4 months later, boom, right? 5, 6, 7 times in your money going from here to here, just like that, just like that. All right. So with that being said, this is Ethereum, right? You've got a low way over here of, you know, $0 basically, $8, right? You've got probably some people that bought in at that price and then sold off, bought in at this price, then sold off. I think I'm still live, 32 minutes live right now. Okay. Right. So this is the same kind of thing as Bitcoin. We've still got like a little bit of an interaction right here, a little bit of engagement, you could say. And, you know, if we talked about social media terms, right here at the 61.8% level. So this is the same kind of thing. We're looking for a pullback possibly to $600 USD, right? And then buy. You know, if you see, basically I would look at it like this. If you saw Ethereum less than $1,000 USD again, I would probably buy some Ethereum and then wait for it to like go up. You don't know if it's going to happen tomorrow, if it's going to happen next year, 5 years from now, it doesn't matter. Okay. If you're going to buy, you know, hold it for the long run, hold it for the next 2 to 3 years, and then decide if you want to sell off, and then decide what you want to do with it then. Okay. Even 10 years, wait 10 years. This thing's going to go to $3,000 to $5,000, maybe even 10 grand. We don't know. We don't know, right? But this is the same kind of thing, you know, in terms of the triangular formation. All right. The same thing's happening here. We could see this come down, and then we could see this just go right up to $5,000+. Okay. Well, $3,000 first, maybe $3,000 or $5,000 first, and then so forth. Okay. So that's what's happening there. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So it's the same thing, same kind of thing as Bitcoin. Okay, something to look at. Another key crypto would be Litecoin. Okay, Litecoin is, again, it's the same thing, guys. It doesn't get much different. You know, except for a couple other cryptos that you might want to look at that I'm going to get into. All right. In a few minutes, couple minutes here, I'm going to get into a few more different cryptocurrencies that you might want to look at, that you might want to take a look at, that might have a higher return as well. So stay tuned for that if you're still watching. But think about Litecoin. Litecoin is another key cryptocurrency. I believe it has a lot of sway, a lot of power in the markets. You know, I think it could really take off and go somewhere. Once upon a time, it was less than $5. It was literally like $2, $3 a Litecoin, right? And then boom, skyrocketed off all the way up to like $55 USD. You could have literally like 10, almost 15, 17 times your money during that time. But you wouldn't know to do that unless you had access to the right information. So that's important, having access to the right information, right? But this is the same thing, same market cycle. You're going through hope, you're going through disbelief, hope, and then, you know, a little bit of a thrill, and then euphoria. You feel like you're on top of the world, and then boom, crash down, complacency, same emotions are happening again and again. Now here we go. Here's Litecoin, and we could be seeing potential upside past its previous high for Litecoin. So back in literally March, I think it was. Yeah, back in March, I was learning from a few different mentors, and they were saying, kind of what to look for. When we trade in between here too, we buy and sell and trade in between here as well. And one of our mentors, his name is Nick, and he said, man, like Litecoin literally went down to less than $30. Less than $30 a Litecoin. If you had $30, you should probably buy a Litecoin. So what did I do? I said, I got 30 bucks. Okay. I got 30 extra bucks. I bought a Litecoin. I bought a Litecoin at about $40 USD. So it's probably like 55 Canadian, maybe $55 Canadian-ish. And now, boom, it took off, in the last 4 months, all the way up to $180 USD. That's like maybe 220 Canadian, right? Maybe 220-ish Canadian. That's insane. And now it's hovering around $145, and we're going to see this, go up to the upside, okay? So that's kind of how to analyze and look at the markets a little bit, guys, if you're watching this right now. Lastly, the last thing I kind of want to touch on, if I get any questions from anybody on the Zoom here in the chat, feel free to ask questions. If you're watching on Facebook, right now, feel free to send a message. Feel free to send a message of a question or anything like that. Okay. I'm just taking a look at XRP on a smaller time frame as well. Who knows what's going to happen over the next few years? What I do know is that I've quadrupled my money over the last 4 months. So that's the reason why I guess I'm passionate about it. And I want to help other people learn. I want to help other people learn this exact same information too. But guys, at the end of the day, now things to look for right now would be cryptocurrencies that are super, super cheap and low versus its previous high. This is how I kind of started looking at it. What had a really, really big high in the prior years, and that is now really, really cheap. So, right? If you think about XRP, Ripple, okay, Ripple, they have Ripple. They have XRP, Ripple has XRP. If you think about XRP, its previous high went up to $3 USD. And it happened very, very quickly, literally within 4 weeks. 4 weeks. So in a month, we went from one quarter, 25 cents, all the way up to $3. You would have then 4, 8, 12 times your money, 12 times your money. I've got a message here from my man Michael, talking something about CoinDesk, Goldman Sachs to enter crypto market soon. Boom, Goldman Sachs is going to enter the crypto market soon. There's a whole article on it. CoinDesk, Goldman, JP Morgan, they all said they're looking at crypto custody. Oh my gosh. Custody. Yeah, who knows what banks and everybody like that is thinking. Michael, if you're watching this right now, my man, I'll definitely get back to you in a few soon. Thank you for the article. I don't know. All that I know is that my stuff is safe. My stuff is safe, and you should probably get in. You should probably get in the game, sooner than later before other things happen in the world. But so taking a look at this, XRP, now, don't quote me on anything about XRP, but if we look at Ripple, Ripple's got a great thing going for themselves. Ripple has a great partnership with different companies around the world and that sort of thing, like American Express, like different institutions and platforms, okay, around the world, all about decentralized finance. And basically, guys, enabling the internet of value, okay? Basically, guys, it is going to save banks. It's going to save banks time and money, Okay, if banks and institutions, they're like the biggest thing in the world, right? That make a lot of money and take a lot of money for themselves. But anyway, whole nother topic. They may be using Ripple / XRP to help banks save time and financial and money. Anytime a company is going to save time and money, they're definitely going to use whatever it is that's going to help them do that, right? So that's what makes XRP and Ripple themselves a very, very, very valuable company, a very, very good, tremendous project, something to look into, something to do research on. The only reason I'd say that you might want to look out for investing into Ripple, actually a lot of people around the world right now, if you're listening in, you may not even be able to purchase Ripple right now. You may not even, or XRP, sorry. You may not even be able to purchase XRP right now, depending on your exchange and what's going on. Ripple is being sued or was sued or whatever's going on with them right now by the SEC, Security Exchange Commissions, okay, in the US. So a lot of US crypto exchanges and stuff like that, they have ruled out XRP. Basically, they've taken XRP off, or they've halted trading for XRP. I'm not really too sure, to be honest, because BitBuy, Canadian exchanges, they have not delisted XRP. They have not stopped trading XRP. I still own XRP. I'm still a believer in it. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about it. It's 28 cents right now, guys. XRP is 28 cents right now. So if this goes up to its previous high, boom, you are now 12 times in your money. Let's say that's how you have to look at this. So if you've got money in the bank right now, it's sitting there collecting dust and doing nothing, okay? If you got money in the bank right now, it's sitting there collecting dust and not doing anything. So ask questions, learn what to do, and find out how and where you can put your money, how and where you can use your money to make more. Money's not everything, right? You're probably like, Lee, you're talking about money a lot. Money's not everything. That's not what I'm saying at all. But everything needs money, right? So XRP, that'd be something to look at. Look at silver, right? If you just want a little bit of an investment, silver, gold, they do the exact same thing. They have the exact same market cycles. Look, up, down, boom. It's the same thing way over here. Look at gold. Look, it's the same freaking pattern, right? Gold went from $100, $150 up to almost $1,000. This is exactly what gold did, except it's taken Bitcoin 3 years to do. It took Bitcoin 3 years to do what took gold 30 years to do. What took gold 30 years to do took Bitcoin 3 years to do. Okay, so let's say from here to from 1978 to 2008, 2006, whatever. That's 30 years of going through one big market cycle, and then a bunch of right. Took gold 30 years to go through one big market cycle and then drop down to do a bunch of nothing. Complacency. And then what happened? 2008 crash, right? Mostly in the US, I guess, or whichever people say. 2008, right? The big crash of 2008. That's what this was. It was a little bit of a correction, a little bit of a downside, and then boom, just took off, right? All the way up to the upside of about almost 2,000 USD, $1,900 USD. Then boom, right? You've got euphoria, same thing. Complacency, same thing. We're going down, regret, all that stuff. And then this is disbelief. And then now people are probably feeling pretty incredible if they own gold. I saw this come up from like $1,400, $1,300, $1,500, whatever. And I didn't decide to buy a gold coin. Until I saw it at $1,695. I happened to be looking at gold one day at $1,695, and I was like, well, That's my birthday. February 16th, 95. So I ended up buying a gold coin because I saw a price at that price. And now, you know, it went up, and it went all the way up to $2,000, etc. So with that being said, that's a little bit on gold and silver. Okay, silver would be a good investment. Silver would be something to look at right now. It went through the same exact cycle. It's at $24 an ounce right now. You know, technically, it's on the higher side. I mean, I bought some silver around $14 to $17 in this area. $14 to $17. I bought some silver. Boom. If you bought silver, okay, if you bought silver back in March, April, May, you've definitely doubled your money. Okay, if you bought silver back up in here, you've doubled your money now, okay? So that's cool. That's something to look at. But look at its previous high. Its previous high after the 2008 market crash, it went all the way up to $45, $50 USD. That's huge. That's tremendous. That's a huge spike. But it's not a kind of return like crypto, okay? Cryptocurrency has been paying out a lot more than that. But anyway, something to look at, something to think about, you know, over the next couple of years, 2, 3, 4 years, who knows? We could see silver go into the triple digits, guys. We could see silver go past $100 USD. So buy now, sell later. Buy now, sell later. Other cryptocurrencies you could be looking at, guys, is like Chainlink. Where's Chainlink? Chainlink, US dollar. I like using Binance, to be honest. Chainlink, US dollar. I want the US dollar. What the heck? There we go. Binance, there we go. Chainlink against the, wow. Chainlink has skyrocketed. Okay, so unless you're a big believer in Chainlink and you think this thing's going to take off to $50 to $100, then maybe you'd want to buy right now. Me, looking at this, I'm not going to buy right now. I'm not going to buy Chainlink right now. It's already surpassed its lows. It's already taken off and gone. It's already at $20. If I bought in now, there's too much downside for there to be risk. There's too much risk involved and downside involved for me to buy Chainlink. Could this skyrocket to who knows, triple digits, quadruple digits? Maybe, but I don't know. That's something to research. But look at this. I know of a crypto called Icon. So if you look at Icon versus the US dollar, look, it kind of looks like XRP, right? So if you look at Icon, I don't know too much about this, guys, but if you look at crypto market cap, is that the site? I forget every time. Here we go, yeah. Cryptocurrency market cap. So if you look at this, okay, you're going to see the top 100 cryptocurrencies. You're going to see the top 100 coins. Holy, Polkadot just came out a few months ago. Pardon me. It's already at $17 US. That's insane. I was literally looking at Polkadot when it came out at $4 or $5, and I was like, okay, I got to find a way to buy it. And then I just didn't know how. I didn't know how to buy it on the exchange I was looking at on Kraken, and because I use different things, but I didn't know how to use Kraken right away. So I didn't get to buy Polkadot. But it went from $5 now to $17 in just a few months. That's insane. That's a huge jump. Cardano, Litecoin, Chainlink, right? We talked about that. Stellar's now up to 30 cents again on USD. I bought some more Stellar yesterday. Okay, so these are some different coins to look at and do some research on. But if you go through them and you look for something like this, wow, you've got Icon against the US dollar, and you can see its previous high of $10, $11, $12 USD. Holy shish. We are right now at 6 cents or 60 cents, sorry. We're right now at 60 cents. That's insane. if we're at 60 cents and this thing takes off to $13, $14, that's literally 20 times in your money, right? Almost, something like that. Or 10 times, sorry. Duh. If you see, this 60-cent coin go to $12, boom, you have now 10 times your money. You've now 10 times your money, right? So I hope that makes sense. If you're still listening in, that was something to look at. Another one I know of is Zilliqa or something. Hang on. Boom, Zilliqa, US dollar. Boom. She looks like she's on the up. I've heard some things about Zilliqa. Right now, it looks like it's performing, a little bit well. It looks like it's performing a little bit well. It's certainly skyrocketed and made it high. I actually remember having Zilliqa back, where was it? I don't know where it was. Zilliqa maybe in here, and I sold off here. I think I doubled my money or something. I doubled my money and pulled out, or I sold off. I can't remember. I can't remember where it was. But Zilliqa, right? Its previous high, boom, was 20 cents, 22 cents. The reason why I'm showing this one is because I only saw it. I saw it at 2 cents, 5 cents. And now it's at 7 cents. Might be something to look at. If this actually makes a new high, right? You have the potential then to 4, 5, 10, 6 times your money. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But XRP, there's actually, if you're still listening right now on the live, I've been going on for a little bit long now. If you're still listening in, XRP is projected to go to, who knows, $5, $7, $10 even over the next 5 years. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Don't quote me on it. Ripple has been sued, and they're coming to conclusions or what to do and that kind of thing. But if you're still listening, guys, keep the main thing the main thing. And the main thing is Ripple is incredibly valuable. XRP will perform a great service for a lot of different companies, a lot of different people. And so it can be worth a lot. It has the potential to be worth a lot and have a lot of value. Whether it's in the US or they take off to different countries around the world. Who knows? Who cares? I have some, and I'm going to keep it until it thrives or dies. I'm going to keep it till it thrives or dies. So for those of us who are tuning in right now, who are watching in, who are interested, like I said, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys got some value from that. Again, to finish off right quick, where I started learning about this was from this specific economy